Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right. Welcome to the... wait, wrong channel. All right, we got a Superman reaction here. Superman trailer. I guess Anthony saw it already. We are reacting for the first time. Let's not waste it. Here we go. Real reaction. My volumes are good.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah. Oh, Lois.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure. She already knows? Wait. She already knows Fuck. I'll just let it play. Sorry.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
She knows already?
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
it's
might.
a lot of fire.
It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
Frank Grillo.
That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
No!
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
Is Superman gonna
Did you
be
consult with the
anti-war?
president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States will
representing
cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world. More.
And doing good.
I like that.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Maybe leave that out of the trailer. So...
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Okay. That's loud. Too loud.
Your choices,
Okay.
your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Okay.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
Hold on.
I will not accept that.
You about to save Palestinians or something? What's going
I
on?
cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
So Kent's around when he's Superman. Jonathan. Okay.
You have a dog?
CGI dog. Okay. Hang on. Wow. I'm actually hyped now. I'm actually hyped. Did they just imply that we're going to add morality back to our superheroes? They're not just, I'm good, you bad, I beat you up. Actually, some sort of moral complexity to the character? Did I just hear that in the trailer? I'm fucking ready, bro. I've been waiting for a while to have, like, canonized mainstream superheroes actually possess the character of a superhero. And of course, obviously, like in all the Marvel things and the newer DC, like obviously the characters are quote unquote good guys, right? But actually building the character to where like he is actually beyond, as far as actions go, and the reasons of why they're doing it is actually going to a length that regular people don't go to. That's what makes them actually the superhero, not their fucking powers, right? Imagine Steve Rogers diving on the grenade, right? In Captain America 1, right? But that is a theme throughout the entirety of the movie, not just that one scene to be like, look, he's good. He's a good guy. He'll sacrifice himself to help others, even when he has no superpowers, right? Before he takes the roids. Right? the super roids. I want that. And where's this portion at? Because there's a part where him and Lois are arguing, right? And I guess it's that he went to a war zone and tried to stop it, and they brought up particular lines, and they brought up some particular lines. That was also part of the Superman and Lois show, where the TV show, as campy as it is and bad CGI as it is, the core of the story where Superman, like, I don't work for the U.S. government, bro. Like, I protect life. That's what I do. I don't work for a fucking country. And I think they brought that up in particular because of, or like to say something about the character itself. It's not about America. It's about life and the world and trying to do the right thing. And he does it. He tries to help there and stop a war because that's what his heart, drives him to do. Hopefully they make that into the movie. I'm just saying. And I'm guessing a lot because it's a trailer, right? We don't know. But hopefully that is an actual point of emphasis. And it seemed like there's several different scenes in here where it shows it's throughout the movie at the very, like, it's not just one scene where he gives a speech and explains why I'm a good guy, right? It seems like there's a part where he's talking to Jonathan Kent. There's a part where he's talking to Lois. Although, cinematically, I don't like the way they cut that because he's like, 1 second he's sitting down calmly talking, like, yeah, haha, smiling, huh? You get to interview Superman. And then, like, they cut to it later, and he's just, like, standing up yelling, like, I did what I thought I had to do. Like, it just looks bad. I'm sure it's obviously better paced in the movie. It's just, for a trailer cut. I think they wanted those words. I think that's what they were going with. They wanted to hear those words. So, let's go back. I want to see this part again. Actually, let's play the fucking thing again. I'll just fucking pause it when I need to. Here we go.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of
it's
fire,
a
but-
lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world. More.
And doing good.
I like that. I like that shit. She's like rattling off. It is almost like I mean, they say it a lot more blatantly in the Nolan Batman movies, where it's like he has no jurisdiction. He could go anywhere. Like, he's not limited by man's world, right? The rules of everyday men, right? He's beyond it because he did the work to be beyond it. That's why he's wearing the batsuit and not some hockey pads, right? And then in this movie, what we just saw right there, I mean, I like that. I like that. You know, she's like, oh, well, you didn't follow the exact rules of this. You entered a foreign country. Like, for Superman, it's like, no, the point's to do the right thing. The point is to do the right thing. Like, I don't care where the problem is at. If it's on the moon, if it's in fucking Kansas, if it's in fucking Abu Dhabi, whatever, wherever the problem is, and if I catch wind of it, I try to stop that problem from happening. I like that. I want that to be a part of a Superman character. And I might like, depending on where they go in the movie and how they write it, I might like this idea if he's like, I'm just trying to do the right thing or whatever. Like, he's like not exactly so sure of himself yet. Maybe he gets those moral questions within the movie to make him like second guess, and then he ends up like within those second guesses, you can end up reinforcing and reaffirming the character that you are. Obviously, an artist can showcase that through the character. Like, oh, he's in these moral quandaries. Like, well, what the fuck is going on? Why am I here? What's my purpose? What am I doing? Is this the right thing to do? Is it really the right thing to do? And through those questions, and obviously getting the answers, the writers can showcase the reinforcement of the character that, like, they're building the character if they go that direction, right? That would be, to me, awesome, really awesome, because I have not seen that in a while for superhero, for canonized superheroes, right? Obviously, if you have something like Everything Everywhere All at Once, where it's kind of like to me, it's a superhero movie. You really look at it at the core of it, but it's not like a canonized fucking Superman, Batman, Iron Man, whatever the fuck, right? It's not one of those characters, but it's still a superhero, and I want to see that back into these canonized characters, these, I guess, iconic characters, right? I mean, we haven't seen it since Nolan. To be real with you, Captain America was a good try, but it was nowhere near Nolan's Batman, and I mean character-wise. You may not like the movies, but you tell me if they didn't build such moral, it's like this in-depth moral philosophy through these characters in the Nolan trilogy. Mainly the first two, but I guess all of them. The third one's a little bit more comic booky, but the first two, they build the moral fibers of the character, and then you put them in a world, and then you get to see them express the morality. I want them to do that with, every character. And you can change the depth of it. It doesn't have to all have the same exact moral rules, obviously, right? Like Superman's Mr. Sunshine, trying to do the right thing. Batman's the guy who navigates the dark side of things, right? I can walk amongst corruption without becoming corrupt myself. Right? And Superman's dun-dun-dun-dun, I want to see that, bro. There's another part in here. Let's keep playing.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Consider the consequences. Good. Make it a struggle for the guy with super duper powers, right? Like a god walking on Earth. Don't just make him vulnerable physically. It's like, oh man, Superman's boring. He's all powerful. Like, okay, we'll fix that by making him physically vulnerable. All right. Instead of doing that, do that too, but have it tied in alongside of him questioning himself, like, morally, because he can have all the powers he wants, but there's still moral questions that, are not so easy to just answer. And if you're Superman, you can't walk away with it being gray, right? You can't just be like, well, it's in a gray spot, right? It's in a gray zone somewhere. I can't, like, Superman can't stay there. He has to zoom into the gray and look at all the complex individual black and white molecules dancing next to each other. That's what Superman's supposed to do, right? Find the black and white into the detail instead of just falling back. Like, well, it's all, who knows? It's all relative. Who fucking knows? Like, nah. He's supposed to build his moral fucking principles and fibers and then use them. And once you build them in your first movie, then you can go willy-nilly in the next one, in the next Superman movie. If they do that. Right? Like, Batman Begins, they build Bruce Wayne. They build Batman. They build the character. All right? They truly build the character existentially. Like, he has an existential nature to him. So then when you get to The Dark Knight, we don't need to spend 40 minutes on, well, who's this Batman guy? Like, what's he about? What does he believe in? Right? Instead, he's built already. We understand Batman. We understand his rules. We understand what he would and wouldn't do in any given scenario. All we need are the scenarios. And then, obviously, in The Dark Knight, you had the ultimate scenario creator, right, in the Joker. All he did was create moral scenarios for Batman to navigate and the rest of Gotham, right? So do that with Superman, bro. Build his character in his first movie. Like, encapsulate this motherfucker. So then in the next one, you don't have to sit so hard focusing on that, and you can expand more on the people around him. You give them depth, it adds to the Superman guy. It adds to Clark Kent and Superman, right? So here we go. You got wrecked right here, though.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Why you showing her ass like that, bro? Fucked up. I mean, I don't mind, you know.
Your choices.
Okay, so they made, as far as we've seen so far, they made Lex Luthor a little more swaggy. All right, let's go back to this butt shot again. We need to see that again on replay.
Or more of a cartoon here.
Your choices.
Your choices,
Your actions.
your actions.
That's what makes you who you are.
Your choices and your actions make you who you are. I mean, me personally wouldn't agree with that statement. But if he means something, like if there's more of an explanation or more of a showcase of it, maybe that'll make more sense to me when I watch the movie. But as long as they're attempting it, I view that as a good sign. They're trying to say something from the, let's be real, not the most, but let's be real, it's got to be top 3, right? Most important characters to Superman. Jonathan Kent's got to be somewhere near the top, right? As far as like wisdom and morals and shit like that, and like the character of being human rather than like, you know, physiologically being human, right? But here we go. The fuck is that?
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
Yeah, I like that. I like swaggy. Like they're going for swaggy, serious Lex Luthor, right? And hopefully he's like to the public. He's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing there? Yeah, I see you. Hey, what's up?" But behind closed doors, he's like, "Motherfuckers, I hate these people." Or some shit like that. But give him depth, not so, you know, comic booky, corny like that. It's like Superman's about to save some Arabs, bro. He's about to end the Palestinian fucking genocide over there. Get him souped. But yeah, damn. Okay. So there's gonna be definitely some political things in here that I'm seeing, but really emphasize the moral part, I think, for the movie. Because that's the thing that can really penetrate the screen, along with the scenarios, right? Along with that. Yeah, the external scenarios that we're going to see him in, along with those, but like add the heart to the movie, not just the intellectual stimulation. You know, put some heart in there. I don't know, man. I might like depending on. Here's where I'm at. It all, you know, I'm done watching this. By the way, good enough. Leave the logo there. Depending on what I'm seeing in the trailer, or this trailer in particular, I mean, they got to, for me, there needs to be a risk taken. Like, they have to actually take the risk. I mean, the movie's made already, but I'm saying, like, hopefully they took a risk with what they were doing. Conceptually, artistically, and that comes at the core of the character's level. Like, take a risk. Don't make them bubblegum Superman, right? I understand. In the trailer, we saw some statements there where I'm like, oh, this looks intriguing and interesting. But don't take just those words alone and call it depth. Like, show it to us through the movie, through the character's actions, through seeing his motives play out, all that stuff. Show us through all of that. And then you will have a very happy Jordan. You'll have a very happy me. If they take a risk, and they take a risk of going there, you know, in the sense of like, maybe the audience may not get what you're doing or get what you're saying, but fuck it, I have to say it because this is my artwork. To me, that is so fucking necessary. But if they play it safe, I mean, I could still end up liking the movie. Like, oh, they got these simple little moral things here, little statements here or there. but I'll just be like, oh, it's an alright movie. What I want is God tier shit, bro. I mean, for the most part, if you've seen The Dark Knight, you saw some God tier shit. You're like, holy fuck, the world has changed. Like, imagine leaving a movie theater and it's like, fuck, things are different now. Like, this is different. That's how I felt. And that's a rarity when I do see movies like that, I watch them, once again, religiously watch these things. When like a really great movie comes out or a great TV show comes out. And it's my way of saying, yo, make more shit like this. Not everything has to be groundbreaking on a narrative level, but more shit like this lifts the fucking floors up, bro. People are like, damn, that shit was really good, and it inspires me to make movies. Thus, when I make movies, I'm gonna have these type of things are gonna be in my psyche when I'm writing my next movie or something, or my first movie. It raises the fucking basement up to where maybe the worst movies we start getting are like not the worst movies ever. There's like, oh, this ain't that good, it's whatever, but you can see they tried to do something here. Someone tried to be creative here, and that's worth noticing, and that's worth caring about, and that's worth giving a sense of like, oh, that's awesome. Rather than shit that feels like an AI wrote the fucking script, the actors aren't trying, this will be the first and last project you ever see these motherfuckers in, the directors don't care, they're just fucking, the editing team doesn't care, they're just fucking teleporting from one location to the other. It's just eyesores and ear sores, the music's trash. All of it. Like, that's not the mark of someone who's bad at making art. That's the mark of someone not trying. And that has to go in art. In film, music, all of it. People who aren't trying and they're just trying to, like, just fucking take these characters, write them into a script, make sure it's an hour long and throw it out there to the world and hope you make some money on it. Should be nowhere near these art forms. Any art form, in my opinion. But we allow it, so it is what it is. All right, yeah, that's all I got to say. I loved it. I love this trailer. I just hope I'm not seeing something that isn't actually there. That's what I hope is not happening. But what do you guys think? Good, bad?
You might have wrote something that in your mind that's like more than they put in. We'll have to see what they come
Possibly.
up with, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but there were definitely elements there about the morality that you said.
Mhm.
So it was definitely a important part of this trailer. What I'm wondering when I see some of the plot points that they're kind of giving a peek into is like when he says he stopped the war and she's upset that like did you ask for the president's permission. I'm wondering if it's a war that we're causing or like
It looked like U.S.
well,
tanks rolling up. It did look like that.
yeah so
I don't know what
that
scene that was. Yeah.
that would be a reason why like a news media would interrogate in that type of way, right? And
Yeah.
make it sound wrong.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that, like, yeah, if there's a tank there, there's another element of like, so how will they portray that army? Like, from what I just said, well, they might portray them like negatively, right? But if they have tanks, we know that chances are, like, that, the way that they acquired those tanks, that this had to get reviewed, right? We saw this thing that explained how they get access to military things,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to get screened. So, and in that way, that can influence it. I mean, they could use their own money, of course, but that could influence into how things are portrayed, which is its own element of morality in a movie, right? Like it's a little bit more meta because it's but like how do you show this? But so far from what we saw there, I mean, I it does look like he's gonna interfere with an American war.
Yeah.
Right.
A Middle Eastern war looks like too.
Mm.
I called it Gaza because there's a beach there too, like a beachfront looking thing. Beachfront property. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind them getting political. It's just, hopefully you have the superhero, the Superman character, stand outside of be beyond the politics.
Mm.
Maybe people are warring, maybe people are fighting, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you, a Democratic voter, Superman? Huh? Why'd you save those people? Huh?" Or in reverse, like, what are you a Republican? Huh? Why'd you do that? Huh, Superman? Why'd you protect them? Like, I try to protect everyone. Hello? Like, he'd just be like someone who just stands above all of it, right? That's what I would use a political scenario for. If you want to give a wink and a nod to some social issue, yeah, I would. If that's where the artist wants to go, I say, fuck yeah, do it. Just don't do it because, someone demands you to do it. Do it because you want to do that. You want to put it a part of your story. You have something to say about a social issue. Let it be known. I'm not one of these culture warrior motherfuckers that say, stop expressing things in your movies instead of judging things by quality. And maybe you don't agree with them politically, but maybe there's a quality to it that you enjoy or whatever. Or maybe you could see that they're just honestly saying something. But instead, they say everything's the same. These culture warriors. They say, like, one movie can be doing a similar political message to another movie, but one person means it. Thus, they give you depth and context and wealth to the scenario that they're talking about. Meanwhile, others just using namesake shit. They're using namesake statements. I don't know, gay, black, whatever, trans. Like, they're grabbing nouns and throwing them into, or adjectives and throwing them into a fucking story and say, look, we're the same thing. Like, no, you're not. You're not the same as the Wachowskis. You're not. I saw The Matrix, motherfucker. That's way different than your fucking put together in 5 minutes fucking movie. Just saying. Or these corporations have AI fucking script writers drumming up shit where they just, okay, make sure they're gay, black, and this. Gay, black woman. Or whatever. Make sure they're this. Meanwhile, it's like, yeah, where's the artist at in there? Anyways. Alright. Here's a reaction. I am hopeful. I even got a little ring in my heart when I was watching it. Like, oh, shit. Okay. Alright. I'm not there yet, but I am definitely looking forward to seeing this movie. For better or for worse. It could end up sucking ass. But I care more about just someone putting effort into it. Right? I care a lot about that. So, until then, I'll be reviewing it, hopefully. It'll be on this channel. So, when it's out, come back. Come back to us. Come back. Baby, come back. There's your reaction.